Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. Intel, a veteran chip giant that once enjoyed decades of success, is now facing a dire situation. Its performance has plummeted for several consecutive quarters, and it faces a serious financial crisis. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been implementing massive global layoffs and slowing down several project expansions. To reverse this predicament, Intel dismissed former CEO Henry Kissinger and hired Lip-Bu Tan as CEO, hoping to rescue Intel from its predicament. However, Trump recently demanded his immediate resignation, creating another dilemma for Intel. Recently, Trump suddenly posted on his social media platform, stating that Intel CEO Lip-Bu Tan had a serious conflict of interest and must resign immediately, with no other solution. This move has posed a major challenge for Intel. Furthermore, before Trump made these remarks, U.S. Senator Tom Cotton had also questioned Tan's position. Tom Cotton recently wrote to Intel chairman Frank Yeary, questioning whether the Intel board had adequately reviewed Tan's investments in mainland China-related companies, and whether he had fully divested before leading Intel. It's worth noting that Lip-Bu Tan is Intel's first Chinese CEO, having taken the helm in March of this year, less than 5 months ago. Since then, he has already implemented a series of reforms at Intel, which is currently in a severe financial crisis. You probably can't imagine how difficult Intel's current situation is. Its net loss for 2024 alone reached $18.8 billion, its largest loss ever. The primary reason for this is the continued losses in its foundry business, which has accumulated $25.6 billion in 3 years. It was precisely for this reason that Intel decided to dismiss former CEO Henry Kissinger, who had relaunched the chip foundry business. To date, Intel's foundry business remains unprofitable, and the key is the continued investment required. With no immediate prospects for profitability, the chip foundry business has become somewhat of a useless asset, making it difficult for Intel to dispose of it. Intel once considered selling off its foundry business, but a sale would completely eliminate its access to advanced process manufacturing. Otherwise, continued investment would be necessary, which currently appears to be a bottomless pit, but there may still be hope in the future. In addition to the decline of its chip foundry business, Intel's core CPU business also faced fierce competition, with AMD surpassing it in many areas. It was during Intel's most difficult period that Intel hired Lip-Bu Tan as CEO, drawn to his abilities and over 20 years of experience managing semiconductor and software companies. The company hoped he could lead Intel out of its predicament. Upon taking office, Chen immediately launched a deep reform effort at Intel. To cut costs and improve profitability, Chen continued global layoffs, halted factory construction in Germany and Poland, and slowed progress on the Ohio factory. At the same time, He streamlined management by 50%, divested non-core businesses, and initiated layoffs to focus resources on core operations. But Intel's problems were significant, and a turnaround would undoubtedly take time. Results would not be immediate. However, reforms had already begun, and everything was changing. At this critical juncture, new challenges arose. Trump publicly demanded Chen's immediate resignation, and U.S. senators questioned Chen's compliance. The reason is that Lip-Wu Chen was once the founding managing partner of the renowned investment firm Walden International. The firm has invested in numerous projects, including many Chinese companies, several of which have official ties, including a period investment in SMIC. According to a Reuters investigation in April of this year, Chen, through his Walden International and related entities, has invested at least $200 million in over 600 Chinese companies, including partnerships with state-owned enterprises such as China Electronics Corporation. According to U.S. regulations, as Intel CEO, Chen is required to divest from investments in mainland China's semiconductor and other related sectors. Reports indicate that Chen has claimed to have divested, but some mainland databases still show his holdings in various companies, raising compliance issues. This is the reason U.S. senators have questioned his position and why Trump has called for his resignation. However, Chen has only been Intel CEO for less than 5 months, and the series of reforms he initiated at Intel are still underway. Forcing Chen to resign immediately at this point would undoubtedly be extremely detrimental to Intel's development. Therefore, Intel also took a firm stance, directly rejecting Trump's demand for Chen Lip-Wu's immediate resignation. Intel also issued a statement affirming that Intel, its board of directors, and Chen Lip-Wu are firmly committed to safeguarding U.S. national security. In response, some foreign media outlets directly stated that Trump's demand for resignation and the U.S. senators' questions are undoubtedly adding insult to injury to Intel's situation.